All right, you guys, here is part 5, our review worksheet for part 5. Some of this is, we've already done the review, so I'm just going to give you answers and have you reference back to the prior videos a few days ago, okay? So if it's any new stuff, I'll do it for you, any new old stuff. But if it's something I just did for you guys, I'm going to have you reference back to those videos. So. And I'll tell you where they are. All right, so here's a proof right here. It says draw those triangles separately. So go ahead and draw those guys separately. And we're going to get this triangle congruent to this triangle. So let's go ahead and put the givens down. So TQS is going to be over here. So TQS is congruent to RSQ. So these little guys are congruent. And mark it. Make sure you mark it right there, okay? And then I don't know if I did reflexive or the next given. I did reflexive property. Okay, so these sides are equal right there. Now this next given is QRS. So QRS is congruent to STQ. So that's these angles. So I'm going to mark these with 2 arcs. I have the luxury of doing colors on this, so I marked them in red. So you can see that these red guys are congruent and these blue guys are congruent right there. Okay, now the triangles are congruent. I see 2 angles and a side. Okay, now angle side angle is when you have the included side. This is the included side with these 2 angles. So this is a non-included side, so this would be angle, angle, side, AAS. So they're congruent by AAS. Okay? All right, so here state why the triangles are congruent if they are, and state the congruency statement of which triangles are congruent. Okay, this one's pretty easy to see, side, side, side. So ABC, you got to follow the markings, you guys. So we went from A, B, C, so we went from 1 dash to 3 dashes. So we got to go 1 dash to 3 dash, so QRP, okay? So side, 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 and then QRP. All right, so this is the included angle, you guys. So this is side, angle, side, okay? So we're going to say that those are congruent by side, angle, side. And then ABC went from no markings to the 1 marking to the angle. So we got to go no markings is this one to the 1. So it's going this way. No markings to the 1. So so it would be X, Y, Z. Okay, so you just got to make sure you have them in order. Okay. All right. So this is the non-included angle. Okay. So that would be side, side, angle, or angle, side, side. And I like to say don't make an angle, side, side of yourself because there is no congruency for angle, side, side. Notice I wrote it side, side, angle. There is no congruency for that. There is an exception that makes this false, so that's why. Most of the time it is true, but if you have one example where it's false, and there is one, and I don't have time to show you. But so it's not true. Angle side or side side does not work, or side side angle doesn't work. Okay, now it only works if it's a right triangle. If it's a right triangle and we have the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So here we have a hypotenuse and leg. Here we have a hypotenuse and leg. So these are congruent by HL, hypotenuse leg congruency. So ABC. So we go from right angle to 1 dash to 2 dashes. So right angle to 1 dash to 2 dash, that's going to be X, Y, Z, okay? All right, we've got a couple more. All right, so let's go ahead and mark those vertical angles right there. All right, and those guys are congruent by side, angle, side, because it's the included angle between the 2 sides. That's why it's side, angle, side. Okay, this one over here, you guys, this one's the non-included angle. This would be the included angle between these 2 sides right here. So this is a non-included angle. So this one's side, side, angle. You can't do that. Angle, side, side doesn't work, okay? So this one's side, angle, side right here. So here we went from A, B, C. So no markings to the 2 and the 1 and the angle. Okay, so we got to go no markings to the 2 dash and the angle. Okay, so it's going to be EDC. Okay, so that's the other important part right there. All right, okay, here these guys share this side, so reflexive property. So this one is this is the non-included side between these two angles. Okay, this is the included side, so it's not angle side angle. This one is angle angle side right there. Okay, so they're congruent. That is a congruency. Angle angle side. Okay, so ABC. So ABC. So we went from 2 dashes to 1 dash. So we got to go 2 dash 1 dash. So ZCB right there. Okay. All right. Okay, this one says graph each circle. Now I did these in the last one, so I can go kind of fast. So let's graph negative 4, 0 and a radius of 4. There's negative 4, 0, up 4, down 4, left 4, right 4, and then there's your circle right there, okay? Okay, this one's at 4, negative 5, so over 4, down 5, and then the circle, the radius is 3, so down 3, up 3, left 3, right 3, and there's your circle right there. Okay, all right, so your multiple choice part on your final, you guys, you're going to have several circle graphs. They're going to be all placed in the other places, so you're going to have to find the correct one that matches these descriptions right here. All right, so write an equations of these circles. Now I made a mistake, you guys. This should say number 8 right here, okay? And then for the equations of circles, go take a look at what we did in the last lesson, worksheet 4, so our review for final part 4. Because I just talked about that, you guys, but there's the answers right there. Okay, I don't want to reteach it again. Excuse me. And same with parabolas, you guys. So parabolas we discussed in I think it was worksheet 1. We discussed it in worksheet 1, and I brought up this slide. So if you wanted detailed instruction and you didn't write it down from worksheet 1, go back to module 12.2, part 2, and you'll see those lessons in there. Okay, so for detailed instructions, go back to worksheet part 1, or for the extra details, go to module 12.2. Otherwise, here's the answers. I'm not going to go over those again because I already did that, you guys. I had some students, you guys, I asked them to go back to their worksheet 1, and they didn't. They thought I was just going to reteach it the next day, and so I want them. I'm trying to wean you guys off of me doing everything for you, okay? So it's right there for you. I just need you guys to do a little bit of work. Same with this, you guys. We did this in all the circle stuff from before, so here's the answers right here. So if you want to see how to do those, go back to yesterday's lesson that I did, okay? And then here's the answers for 17 and 18. And for 19 and 20. And finally, you guys, 21 and 22. All right, you guys, take care. Good luck on your final.